What's up? HunterHammer26 here, and this is going to be my first sports video. I'm going to do this from time to time, and this is the first chance I've gotten to do a sports video that I think is an important event. As most of you guys know, last night was the NBA draft. I just want to give my thoughts on that. Overall, I think this class was kind of a weaker class, aside from the point guards. Actually, I know it was a weaker class aside from the point guards, because this is a very point guard heavy draft. And I remember hearing that 10 out of the first 21 picks were point guards, and 12 out of the first 30 first round picks were point guards in general. So let's get to the draft. The first pick was Blake Griffin to the LA Clippers. No brainer here. Great choice. Next, Memphis got Hasheem Thabeet. I know Memphis is trying to trade this pick away, but they ultimately did keep it, and this is the best they could probably have done with it, so good job to Memphis. Next, Oklahoma City chose James Harden. I guess they're set with Russell Westbrook. I guess they think he's the point guard of the future, so that's why they passed on Ricky Rubio and took the best shooting guard in the draft, in my opinion, in James Harden. So I'm fine with that. Next, Sacramento took Tyreke Evans, who could play either the point guard or small guard position. I might have gone with Rubio here. I had Rubio as the second best player on my draft board, and I had Tyreke Evans be as fourth, and actually he was fifth. So he's the second best shooting guard in the draft. So if you want to go shooting guard, I think that was the right way to go. Next, all right, Washington traded this pick to Minnesota, and they took Ricky Rubio and Johnny Flynn back to back, who were two set point guards. I don't know what they're gonna do with that. I think they kind of fucked up their team a little bit more. They traded away their backcourt to Washington, and they got two more point guards. Maybe they should have taken Rubio and then DeMar DeRozan, who's the next point guard in the draft, or maybe Johnny Flynn and DeMar DeRozan. The next, Golden State took Stephen Curry, which of course the New York fans booed the crap out of, and then the Knicks took Jordan Hill, which I think was the best fit for their team with the players left available. Maybe Brandon Jennings, but that's a little bit of a stretch. But oh well, I already covered 9 as DeMar DeRozan from Toronto. 10, Milwaukee gets Brandon Jennings, who played in Italy last year. Overall, I think he is actually as good as some people say he is. I think he might be a star in the NBA. He's definitely got the talent and the chance. Next, New Jersey, Terrence Williams out of Louisville. I'm not big on this guy. Overall, hopefully the Nets know what they're doing, or at least they think they know what they're doing. So, whatever. Next, Charlotte took Gerald Henderson. He's an in-state guy from Duke. This is kind of a sensible pick here. They need people with that at shooting guard, which they got him for. So that's good. Alright, here's a little bit of a shocker next. Tyler Hansborough goes to the Indiana Pacers at 13. There were a couple players at his position that were better still available. I don't know why they went with Tyler Hansborough here. I was expecting him to go at 20 to Utah because that seemed like a really good fit for him. But Larry Bird is a very respected guy knowledge-wise in the NBA, so we'll find out. I think that Tyler Hansborough definitely should have gone in the first round, but maybe not as a lottery pick. There's some guys who didn't go as lottery picks who deserved it. Basically, Drew Holiday, I think, maybe should have gone here. Next, the final lottery pick was Earl Clark to the Phoenix Suns. I don't know why they didn't choose B.J. Mullins here. They need to replace Shaq, or get another big guy to replace Shaq, even though there's been some rumors that they're trading Amari Stoudemire even more so then. So they took a small forward. Oh well. I don't really like that pick from Phoenix. Next, Detroit took Austin Daye. I predicted this. I had Austin Daye 15th on my board. He definitely fits into Detroit's system very well. Next, we got Chicago chose James Johnson. I don't have much thoughts on James Johnson. Next, Philadelphia got Drew Holiday. Good job, Eddie Jordan. Next, Minnesota came up next again. They chose another true point guard in Ty Lawson. At first I was thinking, what stupid assholes are Minnesota? But then I realized that that I'm a moron and they have to be trading this pick, and they did to Denver. This Talos can definitely help Chauncey Billups out. That's a good pick. Next, Atlanta got Jeff Teague. Great job, Atlanta. He's an area guy, and he can definitely score and be a big force for the Hawks. Next, Utah got Eric Maynor. Again, I like this pick. I think he's very underrated. I actually had him at 12 on my big board. So, that's cool. Next, New Orleans got Darren Collison. He's basically just going to be helping Chris Paul. That's the main reason for this pick. Next, okay, we got 2 or 3 out of 4 international players. We got Victor Culver, who's a Rudy Fernandez type of guard, for going to Portland. Next, we got the first Israeli player to play in the NBA going to the Kings in Omri Caspi. Then we got, if you're wondering, I'm looking over here, my computer has the draft board on it. So, next was B.J. Mullins went to Dallas, but then he got traded to Oklahoma City for Rodrigue Beaubois, who went 25th to Oklahoma City. So Rodrigue Beaubois is now, who was playing in the French League last year, is going to go to Dallas. 26 is Taj Gibson. I like this pick definitely. He's definitely a tough player. 27, DeMarre Carroll. He's okay. I don't really think he's all that anything special. 28 was Wayne Ellington. I do think he's a little bit underrated, and this is a good pickup from Minnesota because they actually did get a 2-guard instead of 3 straight point guards they drafted. 29 is Tony Douglas. This is a good pickup for the Knicks. This is originally a Laker pick, but they traded to the Knicks. That was a good pickup by the Knicks. And then Christian Iyenga, who is the only player in the person I had never heard of before. Or on ESPN watching up to the draft, I had never heard of Christian Iyenga once. I'd even heard of Rodrigue Beaubois. So, that was cool. Alright. Some notable second-round picks were, I know that my favorite team, the Wizards, chose Jermaine Taylor out of the University of Central Florida, but then traded to Houston, so the Wizards ended up pretty much nothing out of the draft. So, whatever. I thought the Wizards at their pick should have chose DeJuan Summers, who eventually went to Detroit, who he fits in well there. Sam Young went to Memphis, Sam Young was part of the reason Pittsburgh went to the final Elite Eight last year. DeJuan Blair, who was another player I think the Wizards might have chosen, went to San Antonio. Then some other guys. Derek Brown went to Charlotte. He might fit in there. Milwaukee chose Jody Meeks. Detroit was originally chose Chase Budinger, but then they traded him to Houston. So that might be a good pickup for Houston. Danny Green went to Cleveland. So that was that might be your pick that you hear about a couple years down the line. That's the diamond in the rough. So good job, Danny Green. Taylor Griffin went to Phoenix, the younger brother of Blake Griffin. I think that might work out too. Jack McClinton from the University of Miami went to San Antonio. So I think that's actually a good pickup too. He's a strong ACC player. He shut down Tony Douglas when they played him a lot, so that was good. AJ Price went to Indiana. Part of the reason besides Hasheem Thabit, they went to the Final Four last year. And I think more so Patrick Mills from St. Mary's, who's now going to play for Portland. I think he's absolutely going to be a great player. I think he's going to help Brandon Royal a lot, even though he was chosen at 55. And the 60th pick is Robert Dozier from Memphis. He helped them when they went to the finals 2 years ago, or the NCAA final championship game. So this is my first sports video. I should be back tomorrow with my Glory Binder 6. Actually, I don't have time tomorrow. Oh well, I'll figure out when I can do it. I'll probably do it maybe Monday after my batch review. Oh well. I'll see you at the latest Sunday night with my batch review. I'm on Harmon 26. This is my NBA draft review. See you.